All right, rising, everybody. Monday morning. Let's just go right into it. Let's do some neck rolls. Just get a little bit of the juices flowing inside your joints and your muscles. Taking that deep breath in. Activating that crystalline tube inside of us. Deep exhale, pushing down to Mother Earth. Inhale. Feeling her fiery energy inside of you. And exhale. Inhale. Turn that tube going all the way up to the ethers. How fast or slow are you moving? Pulling that energy down with your exhale. Mother Earth, Pachamama, Father Sky, God, all of the earth that surrounds us, the animals, the trees, our ancestors, our guides of the highest vibration. We thank you for sharing this space with us. We thank you for sharing this journey with us. We thank you for guiding us. Monday morning. Most people dread it, but that is a perception. Why have we been trained to dread Mondays? We are going to shift our perception on Mondays. Mondays are beautiful. Mondays are the beginning of a new week. Mondays are like a new moon where we can set our intentions. We can fill ourselves with grace and energy for the week. We can be excited about what is to come. Why do we dread Monday? It's just as beautiful as Sunday. Any word that ends in day is a gift that was given to us. They have reminded us before, and they're going to say it once again. Not everybody gets to see every day. Not everyone makes it to every Monday. So when you wake up Monday morning, it's like a hell yeah. I made it, and I've been given the gift of another day. And I'm going to make the best of this day. No one can control it except us. So let's take that little remote in our hand. Keep shooting all the toxic energy out of our spaces. And we keep moving forward with joy and happiness. May we lose a round or two? Heck yeah. But that's how games work. Life is not technically a game, but it's an experience. We can have fun while we're doing it. We have the choice. We have the choice to torture ourselves or to make ourselves laugh through it. No one can make that choice for us. Monday is wonderful. Monday is a day to reset, refocus, Monday is a day to show gratitude for the wonderful week that lies ahead of us. Monday is a great day. Mondays make us feel good. Mondays are an opportunity for us to go out and spread joy and help shift others' perceptions. When we walk around happy on a Monday, let others look at us like, why the hell is she so happy? Because it's Monday. And you should be happy too. If we start shifting one person at a time, starting with us, we do have the power to change and shift. Trust and believe and thrive. We're setting our intentions. We're setting our goals. And we are spreading that light out wherever we go. And take a few minutes here to ask our guides and our ancestors, the good mama jammas, the toxic ones, please sit back. Is there anything that you want us to hear or know or give us to move forward this week? 1, 2, 3. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can stay in your space.
That was so perfect, Kim, because it's funny. We are programmed to hate Mondays.
So
And
dumb.
yeah,
Why?
I
Thank you.
Everybody's always like, it's Monday. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday,
mhm,
bitches. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, I work shift work, so like some Mondays are like, yes, I've got Monday off. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was a bartender, so my weekends were usually Monday, Tuesday. You know what I mean? And I worked like Wednesday through Sunday. But yeah, Mondays are great. And it's so funny, like, guys, my mind wandered too. Like when we went in the moments of silence, um, it went, and it's so crazy because literally was just talking about calming down. And I was like, okay, I gotta get that stuff to the IRS. I got plenty of, but there wasn't like an anxious. It was like, well, you're gonna do it today. Like in the past, I'd be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, you're gonna do it today. And like in my head, like in that moment of silence, I'm like, well, I can do it right after the meditation before the kids get up because I still have to go. I didn't file. I don't know if I told you guys I didn't file during COVID because my dumbass just forgot the 3 months that
mhm,
we were closed and they were like, well, you still had to file. I was like, oh. Um, so figuring it out, I have to go back and figure out the numbers. But again, I was like, oh, I can do it after I take Luna. Like, so then I go back to the tube because that's not, my thoughts were wandering on my daily task. So
mhm,
what did I do? I just went back to the tube and then I was hearing Monday, Monday, like all the songs, and then just another
mhm,
manic Monday. So all these
mhm.
Monday songs just kept popping into my head. So I was like, all right, no message for me today. Just music. So
that's because you got too much in your head and you're going through the list. So,
yeah, just wanders. You know what I mean? What do you
they
do?
didn't need any more in your head. No
Yeah,
more messages for Kim.
but at least there wasn't like an anxiousness.
Yeah.
Like when I first started meditating, like, okay, it's 5:30, 5:45, I can make some bacon. And then, you know what I mean? Like, there was an anxiousness behind
Mhm.
my thoughts. So now it's more just like, oh, I gotta do that. But all right, then it's like, all right, go back to the tube. So,
I needed that meditation exactly because that is where I'm kind of really stuck. Um, and it's not even so much Monday, it's mornings. I have this dread. I have this sense of dread of not wanting to face the day. And when you said the tasks, that's where my mind will start to spiral, and I all I can think of is this mental list of all of the things that I have to get done, and how am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? And that dread, the darkness has really been trying to pull me back down. The last week I've been struggling big time. The weekend was very difficult emotionally with my kids, and there's a lot of their emotional needs that I have to face and tackle this week. And yeah, that to-do list, it just whew, it sucks me in.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, and we know now, right? We make all these lists, especially as parents. Half the time, do we honestly get that list done? We don't. Like I've honestly like I gave up. Like I don't want to say I gave up, but that whole programming, right? Who's saying that I have to get all this stuff done? Like people who don't live my life. You got 4 kids, Heather. I have two.
Bye.
5. Oh my gosh, 5 kids, Heather. I would never expect your house to be perfectly clean. I would never expect if you came to me and said, "Oh my God, my house is perfectly clean. I got this organized. Get dinner every night at 5. I also work a full-time fucking job." I got I'd be like, "She's lying. Either that or she must be
Mhm.
nuts. There's no way." And who's telling us that we have to get all this stuff done? It's in your head. Like, and that's what I used to do. I used to have so much anxiety. I couldn't sleep every night.
That's
I'd be up,
me.
I'd end up
Mhm.
at 3, 4 in the morning when I didn't have to get up till like 8 or 9 and be like, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Oh my God, I got to do this. Oh my God, I got to do that. And then guess what? She wouldn't do that shit that same day. same night. I'd be like, so now you just have to tell yourself, because Heather, what truly are the consequences? Do you know what I mean? So your house is a little messy. So, whatever this and that. Like, you have to ask yourself, what can I do to keep myself sane today? And if I don't get, I'm going to shoot to get 3 out of the 7 things on my list done. Because that's what
Yeah.
got me to like get rid of that anxiety, because I'm still the same way. I am who I am. So I'm either going to have to do more to make myself finish this list that I give myself, or I'm just going to have to accept the fact that I'm going to do whatever I can do today, and whatever gets done today, that's all that's getting fucking done today. Period. Do you know what I mean? Because nobody's putting that pressure on
Oh
you.
yeah. Mm.
And then we got to talk.
Oh yeah. No, I know that.
When you mentioned your kids and their emotional stuff, I heard back off a little bit. I don't know what that means. So like I said, I just, you know what I mean? All I heard was for you, like, she needs to back off a little bit. You know what I mean? And let them kind of try to process things a little bit. I think the
Okay.
trying to hold them up too much is not, you know what I mean? Let them feel what their feet feel like. Let them wobble a little bit. Because when we're carrying them, how are they ever going to learn how strong their own legs are? They got to
Yeah.
feel, you know what I mean? Can't control it all. Yeah,
Right.
I can't control any of it. The only thing we can't control is us. We can't control their emotions. We can't control. I mean, Luna freaked out the other day because I want to give her Rice Krispie treat for breakfast, and like was freaking out on Saturday. And I just had to sit there and I was like, let's have a talk. I'm like, did I say you couldn't have the Rice Krispie? You know what I mean? But instead of being, it's hard. Every kid is different and emotional, and you have a lot. You have 5. You're dealing with 5
Yeah.
humans. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
trying to navigate that and prioritize the whole putting out the fires. It's my 2 youngest, the mental health crises part has been really, like, I'm meeting with the school for both of them. One of them threatened to cut in school, cut himself, and because I deal with a lot of anxiety and history of depression and trauma and all that, I can empathize and I can relate, and that's where I I start to flounder because I want to be there and supportive, and at the same time not be too soft or gentle of a parent, but I don't know how the right consequence or punishment is, because I don't want to screw them up even more. You know what I mean? The mental health aspect of it, I'm afraid that it would take it the other way, whether it's attention seeking or truly feeling, that lack of self-worth. Because I've been there and that's not a good place to be.
right.
It just
And
breaks my heart.
yeah, and I get it. Like, Liam has my anger issues. When he doesn't get something, the way he throws, like that frustration, and he has anger like me. And when I look at it and I see it, I understand it, right? So if you understand that, try to, like I said, we all know, some of us had great parents, most of us did not, so like, and that's why I say so, because Heather Kulbacki's mom, I think, is like amazing. And she was like a young single mom, but I think she did a great job of not putting a lot of trauma onto her kid. You know what I mean? Like, because of her, how she grew up. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to, when those moments happen, I know where Liam's brain is at. I get his frustration. So I sit down and I say, okay, can I ask you, what is the point of you throwing that? And like I said, I talk about vibrations, and I say to him, I'm like, you're vibrating really low right now. Like, who's gonna, but without the shaming and without the because like I said, my dad always wanted me to be ashamed if I spilled milk, if I threw a fit, if there was always shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. I'm 5. I don't know how to control my emotions, and you want me to be ashamed of who I am when I'm trying to process that out. So there's a lot of shame and underlying thing. Do you know what I mean? But when we can tell them in
Yeah.
those moments when they're acting crazy, hey, it's okay. It's totally okay. Okay. you're fine. And this is okay, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you're creating for yourself. And that's why I always say to Liam, like, you're affecting yourself the most. You know what I mean? And you ask yourself, like, why are you creating this? And Heather, I think the best thing you can do though is really just focus more on your energy and your anxiety. And that's literally going to, because right now you're trying to balance yourself and balance your kids.
Mhm.
And that's why it's like this never ending anxiety. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't balance them until you're balanced. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. And that's what I was saying to you. Like, you have to balance yourself. So I know you want to focus on them, and it's hard because they're your kids, but if you can say, like, because think about it this way, 3 months from now, you could take these 3 months to really say, I'm going to be a little bit selfish. I'm going to just focus on me, because you need to be the calm in the middle of all of these storms, and you're not. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to keep everybody balanced while you're going like this. So who's balanced? Nobody. And then now you're getting tugged over here and over here, you know? So this is the visual they're giving me. Like, you have all these strings and you're just like moving and moving. So it's so important. And you're thinking, I can't do that. I can't take that time to work on me because of them. But if you take this time to work on you now, trust me, in 3 months, when you're more solid, it's going to open up your perception and see things differently from a higher perspective. Then you can shift into, okay, let me see how I can support them. That's why they were like, right now, that's the second time they've said for you to kind of like back off of them, really focus on just you right now. And I know that's hard. Like, I'm not saying completely ignore them, but kind of just do what you're doing, but know that you can't control it. So this is the step I'm going to take. Okay, let's see what happens with that. Instead of this daily worrying, like, let's just take the next step and then let the energy flow. And also too, in your mind, I know it's rough, but you have to start saying, you know what, this is just a teenage phase. It's just a young phase. Everything is going to be okay. Because again, your thoughts are so powerful. So when you say, this is crazy, that's want. That's the vibration you're sending out. They have problems. They have issues. They need to be fixed. We have to fix this. We got to keep, instead of saying, we are working through this energy. This is an experience my boys are having and they're choosing to have. How can I support them? Instead of, we have to fix this. We have to fix that. Do you know what I mean? It's your perception and how you are seeing this. So let's try to shift that energy into okay, we're going to flow through this. You know, and trust me, I get it. Every time Liam comes home and tells me somebody hurt his feelings at school, I want to put on my boxing gloves. And Todd's like, sit the fuck down and shut up. Like, I'm like, who? What did Jared say to you? What did he say to you? Jared said you smell? Well, you know what? You go tell Jared that his mom sucked. You know what I mean? But I can't teach Liam those things. Like, we were at the trampoline park, and this little kid Liam comes up to me. He's like, this kid said that I suck at dodgeball, and that I don't know, and then I don't know how to play, and that and I was like, will you tell that kid to fuck off? And I said it under my breath, and Liam was like, what? I go, I was like, Liam, just ignore what people say to you. Like, I was like, just ignore him, Liam. I go, who is he? You don't even know that kid. I go, why do you let somebody who doesn't know? I was like, he's probably not good at sports, Liam. So then Heather Kulbacki was there with her boys. So Jameson goes and took the ball and like nailed the kid with the ball, which we shouldn't teach them that either. Do you know what I mean? But it was like, I was like, you're here with your friends. Enjoy your friends. Like, why are you worried about? But so trust me, I get it. You want to put those gloves on and you want to fight. But I have to stop myself, because if I don't teach him to fight his own battles, I'm not going to be there to fight all his battles. So I gotta teach him to fight his own battles. And it's so hard for me to remember, like, because I'm telling you, every time somebody hurts that boy's feelings, I don't care if they're 4, 5, 6, I want to punch him in the face. And that's not good. You know what I mean? I want to go fight for my son. So the best thing that I can do is control my anger, control me, because then what am I going to teach him? Yeah, go fight. Exactly what my dad taught me. Oh, somebody hurt your feelings, go punch him in the face. Where did that get me in life, you know? Because that's what my dad taught me. You fight. You just fight them back. That's what you do. You fight them back. And that's not healthy, because then I just grew up with anger, wanting to fight everyone. But we'll talk too, Heather, but I think you need to take it easy on you. You put a lot of pressure on you for everything to be perfect. And it's not. It's not going to be. It's ugly.
No, I don't want perfect. I want just a little bit of calm and peace. And I
But
do.
it,
I try to teach them to um advocate for themselves. And I've expressed, it's about choices we make. And when you put that out last week about the energy, low vibration, high vibration, I actually used that with them this past weekend. And I didn't say a vibration, but I just said energy. And I said negative energy or positive energy instead of good
yes.
choices, bad choices. I just said, you're unfortunately that was a really negative energy that's coming out right now. And we need to focus on the positive because, they know everybody jokes and says, "Oh, well, that's karma. Haha, that's karma." I said, "Well, do you know what karma really is?" And I explained it to them. And so it's more of just trying to teach them to navigate. And that is what I'm doing. And it's just a huge mental exhausting load. So, I'm meditating, and I was doing a meditation when they came down in the morning yesterday, and I just put my finger to my mouth, and I said, shh. I whispered, I said, "I'm meditating. Please be quiet. And please, by all means, listen along,
Yeah.
and just close your eyes and listen and do it." It was a guided meditation, and grounding myself and all of that. So I'm doing the work.
Did they do it?
It's
Oh,
just,
you
it's a
definitely
lot.
are. Did they listen?
Yeah, no, yeah, they did. They did. I heard a
Heather,
couple of giggles, but I kept my eyes closed and stayed focused. So,
you just have a lot. You are definitely a superwoman. Like your job is also not my job. I go in and sell hair, my job, right? So I can complain all I want about my job. Your job is a lot more mentally, physically. Even your job where you go to work outside your house, more caretaking, more, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
a lot of people pull from you. A lot of people pull from Heather.
Hmm.
So yeah, and it's going to take time to shift, but Heather, you are doing all the right things. Like honestly, and I think
Thank
in
you.
a few more months you're going to start to feel a shift. You do already, but I like you even joining the Zoom instead of doing the recorded meditations. You know what I mean? And just
Yeah,
while you're talking, you're just, oh, do the intuition test with your kids. Fuck, I kept forgetting to start like when you're there on the weekends, like how we've been doing, like, all right, guys, red, yellow,
yeah,
blue, or green. I'm gonna pick a color. Which one am I thinking? That increases their third eye without them knowing what you're really doing. You know what I mean? You're just kind of doing exercises with them in a fun way. Be like, all right, I'm thinking of a number
yeah.
1 to 10. What am I thinking? And then have them do it. All right, you pick one, and then you do it because it, and then everybody, it's a win-win. Everybody wins. Like, especially when we are in the car and we do road trips, we do that a lot in the car, like the intuition test. But it's super fun and they like it too. And then when you start to guess right, or when they start to guess right, it's like super fun. It's like, oh shit. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So start doing them with the especially the little ones too. I think they'll like that, and that will help
Yeah,
strengthen their third eye. They're going to start to trust without even really knowing. You're going to help balance that chakra out, and then they'll start making better choices. You know what I mean? Just because
that's good.
that discernment, they're going to trust that gut. I knew it was red. I knew it was 3. I knew not to talk to that kid. I knew not to go that way. You know what I mean? Like they'll definitely start to trust their instincts a little bit more. So do
Thank
that
you.
with them too. Yeah. But I'm so Heather, if nobody's ever told you, I'm fucking proud of you. As another mom and another woman, another human who knows you and sees you, I applaud the fact that you care so fucking much. How many people don't fucking care? Do you know what I mean? The fact that you fucking care. Do you know how huge that is? And all of these wonderful humans that you brought into the earth that you're like raising, and they have you as an awesome mom, the compassion that you're showing them and teaching them, that's going to go out regardless. Do you know what I mean? So
Well, thank you.
I'm super proud of you because I think you're just amazing for all that you do and all that you have on your plate, and that you keep going and you keep fighting and you keep trying to be a better human being. Like, fuck, that's amazing. You know what I mean? The fact that you have the energy to
Thank you.
do that, you're incredible. And I think you needed to hear that because you really are. I don't think people tell you enough or show you enough gratitude for
Yeah.
what you do. So I see it, and I think the ones that, if they haven't shown you gratitude, like, I would have immense gratitude if you were, you know what I mean, if I had you helping me in my life, because I know you've been helping those moms and your kids. And yeah, I think you should be super proud and kind of give yourself a pat on the back because you've been doing a lot of fucking self-work and a lot of work to help. Like, how can I help my kids? How can I, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're just so selfless, and I think that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
time to dive into my manic Monday and get the regrets out of bed.
yes, yes. Monday,
Thank you.
Monday.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. All right. I love you, ladies,
All right,
so
ladies. Love
much.
you. Have a
And
good
I'll
week.
see you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.